Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the last session of this summer. And thank you for joining me for the Sun Devil Learning Lab. This is 5th grade ELA and I'm Mrs. Wilson. And this is the last time you'll be with me this summer. And I've just had a great time. I have a great lesson planned for us today. So let's have some fun. Things you'll need today are your pencil, your paper or your ELA notebook, and a clear workspace. So I'll go ahead and pause and give you guys some time. All right, so yesterday we did a book review on Esperanza Rising. We had so much fun. We got to go on that website and we got to look at other people making book reviews and seeing kind of how it works. And then the objective was I can write and understand a book review on Esperanza Rising, which I really hope that you guys got to do that. You got to see how I did it, and I left you with the template. So all you had to do is fill it in. How many stars did you give Esperanza Rising? I gave it 5. And I just really thought it was a great book, so I definitely would recommend it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our summer read this summer. And let's get going. So today's topic is closing. We're just going to be closing out. We're going to be reviewing the things that we talked about this summer and just all kinds of fun stuff. So our objective today is students will be able to reflect on the summer lessons that we learned this summer and be able to get ready for this upcoming year. So first of all, I have this little template and I want you guys to go ahead and fill it in your notebook. And you can draw it like this, or you can draw stars or squares, however you want to organize it, but go ahead and turn your paper landscape style. So let me get my paper. So if you have your notebook, you'll turn it this way. I mean, if you have a piece of paper, you'll turn it this way. And if you have your notebook, you'll turn it this way. And you can just create the squares however you want to. Like I busted out with my fun little markers that I got today, all in my trapper keeper. Or no, a tractor keeper is like a book, but that's a pencil book holder. So in the first square, I want you guys to, right here, it's going to say, what was your favorite lesson this summer? Now you guys can write it out if you like to, or you can even draw it if you want to, but you're going to just draw out of all the lessons that you do with me this summer, which one was your favorite. And then I'll let you have some time for that. And then in the next box, it says, did you learn anything new this summer? So was there something that you learned new, or did you know some of it already, or was it all new? Or you could just pick one thing, and again, you can write about it or you can draw it. And then over here it says, did you get to travel this summer or go anywhere? I know with everything that's going on in the world, we've just been staying home, and maybe you just stayed home and maybe you guys went on a special hike or something, or had a picnic in your yard, but did you go anywhere or did you do anything special? So you can go ahead and draw and write that in there. And then on the bottom, it says, what summertime activity have you enjoyed the most? Like we've talked about all kinds of activities that we've done this summer, like with my sons and their Nerf gun battles, or swimming and riding bikes and hikes and all kinds of just like nature walks. And we even played in the hose this summer. There's all kinds of things that, that we did, but what did you guys do and which one did you enjoy the most? So go ahead and pause and get creative. Use your colors, use your pencils. I got some color pencils here. I even got some pencils. If you guys need to pause and find some supplies, however you want to, or just use your pencil and come back and color it later, you can. So go ahead and pause and do that. And then, so I went ahead and filled it in for myself. So out of all the activities we did this summer in our lessons, my favorite lesson was when we did the paper bag activity, where we had mystery stuff in it. And then I had my son Adrian come in and we picked out, and we had to decide which theme that we would use. And then right here, did you learn anything new this summer? Now, I didn't really know that there was this cool template for book reviews. And I didn't even realize that there was websites for book reviews. Like I understand like making a review on like a restaurant, or like how is, sometimes they want you to make a quick or answer a quick survey about how was your how was your experience at Fry's, or how was your experience at, you know, any sorts of different places? A lot of people need and want your review. So I was surprised that there was a book review, and I'm definitely going to use that in my future. Definitely looking at books and kind of getting everybody's opinion on it too. I kind of like that. And then I get to write my own opinion. So that was something I learned new this summer. And then over here where I'm at, it kind of looks like I'm there, right? If you guys don't recognize this, it said, did you get to travel this summer or go anywhere special? So right here is Phoenix, Arizona. So this summer we did go to my mother-in-law's house, and she has this pool in the backyard. And so my family and I went and spent the day with her and barbecued some hot dogs and went swimming with just our family. We were respecting our social distancing and those types of things, and just getting to spend some time with family. And that's like downtown Phoenix. So we were close by there. That was a lot of fun because we didn't really get to travel this year. We were supposed to go to Texas to see my sister, and we were unable to. Lots of things we just couldn't do this year, but we made the best of it. So what summertime activity have you enjoyed the most? And of course, you guys should know this by now that my favorite summer activity is swimming. I love, 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 love to swim. And so I haven't got to swim that much this summer from just being busy doing this and other things, but I have gotten to swim and I have enjoyed it so very much. On my son's birthday, actually, we actually got to go swimming. So that was a lot of fun. And of course, at my mother-in-law's house, like I said. So be creative with those. You guys can use pictures and cut them out, or you can draw, or like I said, you can even write if you don't feel like drawing, however you want to, because this is your activity. And it's just kind of closing out the summer, and I'm just kind of interested, and I wish I could see them, and it just is a bummer that I don't get to, but this is super fun. So now we're going to kind of review the summer. We're going to kind of go over a little bit of everything we talked. So I went and got all the titles from all the lessons that you got to do with me this summer, and we'll kind of go over them. So our first one, we talked a lot about main idea and key terms. And we really had to use our knowledge to find out the main idea and key terms, and that's kind of where the paper bags played in, and we had to find the things and kind of find the main ideas. And then our next lesson was main idea and supporting details, and key terms are a lot the same, or they are the same. You could say it however, and these are definitely good skills that you're going to be learning for the future. And then our third lesson was main ideas in an informational text, so analyzing a first human rights account. And so we really used the articles of the UDHR a lot this summer. I think that was the story that we read about Mulala and how her rights were, you know, not being fair. And I think there was another one we read. Wow, this summer has gone fast. I think we were talking about what was his name? But he went somewhere he wasn't allowed to go to school. So we definitely used a lot of firsthand accounts, and of course with Esperanza as well. So then right here, we analyze a firsthand human rights account for connections to specific articles of the UDHR. And I think that's where that one book was, and then the second one, and then we really made connections. I think that's where we named some of the articles certain colors so that we can remember it. And I think it was like Orange Education, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So then we inferred about characters based on how they respond to challenges of chapter 3, La Papayas. So that's really just seeing how character backgrounds and the way they respond to things and different things and their challenges, because they're faced with all these challenges and their human rights are being challenged, and how they responded to those. So that was a lot of fun. And then we continued to do that in chapter 4. We inferred about characters based on how they respond to challenges, and that was Los Higos, and that was the Figs chapter of Esperanza Rising. So then we did understanding themes in Esperanza Rising. That was a 2-day lesson where we really broke down those big metaphors and little metaphors and all those things and what the writer was trying to portray with their things and understanding why those were important, like with the rose garden and some other things and metaphors that they used in there. We really broke that down. That was a lot of fun. And then we did a lesson on building background knowledge and why do workers strike. That was chapter 11 in the Los Aguates for avocados. And yeah, we really learned about what strikes are and why workers strike. And then that helped us understand why the characters in the books strike too. That was a lot of fun. So then we went to contrasting perspectives. So should the farm workers in Esperanza rise and go on strike? And that was chapter 11's Las Asparagus. And I really enjoyed that one too, because we got to see the different characters. I think a couple of different characters of why they were, I think it was Martha and Esperanza, and I think we used Miguel and all their different reasons and why they wanted to and why they didn't and why they shouldn't. And then you guys got to really get your own opinion based on their stuff or your own experiences if you guys would strike or not strike. So good stuff to learn for sure. You definitely will use these. So then on this lesson, we were revisiting big metaphors and we revisited big metaphors and themes, revising and beginning to form a 2-voice poem. So we really worked on those big metaphors again and themes, and then that's where we really got started in our poetry. And see how those are all connected, boys and girls, like building background and themes and metaphors, how they all come together just to create a wonderful novel. And so the voice poems were fun. And I think even on one of our lessons with Miss Mooney, that was a lot of fun, where we got to do the 2-lesson program poems. And then that went right into our paragraph writing. We did paragraph 1, how Esperanza responds in the train, and that's where the doll situation, and we even got to make dolls this summer. That was fun. And revisiting chapter 5 in La Guavas. So that was on the train thing. And then we did our book review. So that's really our summary or outline of the summer, kind of a lot of the topics that we talked about this summer. And I learned a lot of new things, and I'm really hoping that a lot of this that you guys learned and just sucked it up like a sponge. And hopefully you guys can utilize these next year when you're going into 5th grade. And I just really enjoyed this summer and those topics. So today I want to talk about going back to school. I know it's different for everybody going on this summer. I know it's different for me as well going back to school. So I want to know, what are your thoughts? What do you think? And how do you feel about these? So I want you to, I'm trying to move myself. So what are your thoughts on online school? Are you guys starting out on online school? I know every school has a different start date and what they're doing. Then they got a thing called the hybrid model, and then they have just going back to school. So now I don't know where you guys are from and what your guys' things. So you can go ahead and write this down in your journal. But in our school, we're going to be, and I live in Miami, Arizona, we are going to be starting online, and we'll be online until further notice. And if we do go back to school, it'll be a hybrid model. Now, a hybrid model might be different for where your school for, but what a hybrid model means for our school is that you'll go to school sometimes, and then sometimes you'll be at home. So it'd be like you'll go to school 2 days, and then 2 days you'll be at home online. And then some schools are just going right back to school with no hybrid and no online. So what are your thoughts? I know things are different right now, and I'm just interested if you guys know what you're going to be doing, but go ahead and pause that screen and write it down. So now I'm going to take you to a book. And I already have it up. So all the books I wanted to read to you this summer about going back to school is, they were really, really long books. A lot of books your guys' age were just really long, and we don't have that much time. So I found an oldie but goodie. Oh, my daughter is wanting in. Silly girl. She wanted in here. So, oh, She needed her mama for a minute, so sorry for that pause. But this is a book that I enjoyed reading when I was little. It was The Bearstein Bears Back to School by Jan Bearstein and Stan Bearstein. And there are some fun books. So this is called Back to School. So this is the cover. Let's read the book. So the members of the bear family were sitting around talking about their favorite things, their favorite colors, and it shows like the colors of the rainbow, their favorite food. I see like a pizza and turkey and fish and hot dogs, and their favorite movies and TV shows. So it looks like a cowboy and maybe like an ocean theme one. So they're sitting around as a family talking. After a while, they got their favorite seasons. What's your favorite season, Papa asked Brother. Winter, said Papa. Winter's my favorite season because it's rugged. I like the crunch of the snow beneath my feet, the little clouds your breath makes, and the beauty of the snow in the forest. Yes, my favorite season is definitely winter. Oh, I could not agree more. Winter is my favorite season. I don't know if it snows where you live, but every once in a while where I live, it snows and we get to play in the snow. It's super fun. I love, love, love winter. I love to be cold. I do not like the hot, but that's just me. What do you guys think? So tell me, Cubs, said Papa, what's your favorite season? Summer, shouted the Cubs. It wasn't exactly a big surprise that summer was their Cubs' favorite season. Summer with its trips to the old swimming hole, its overnight campouts, and just laying around watching the skies. Yeah, that's lots of fun. I love camping. Do you? I bet I know your favorite season, Mama, said Sister. Spring. Well, said Mama, I do like spring. I love spring flowers, and spring is the best season for rainbows, but spring isn't my favorite season. My favorite season is fall. Ooh, I like fall too. Why is that, Mama asked Brother. Is it because the leaves turn beautiful colors, asked Sister. Is it because of October's bright blue weather, asked Brother. No, said Mama. Fall is my favorite season because it's back to school. Now, it all depends on where you live, right? It stays summer here quite a while. It's kind of warm. So sometimes when it turns fall here in Arizona, it's still very warm. But other parts of the world, the colors change and it starts to get cooler and those types of things. So usually for people back to school usually means that the leaves and stuff start to change. And we really don't see that in Arizona until later on the year. But that sounds super fun though. But back to school is in fall time. Schools, thought the Cubs. They had all but forgotten about school. Their minds flashed back to the last day of school many weeks ago when they had their friends and cheered and shouted, no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks, which I don't think teachers really do that unless you're being naughty, right? But soon they will be going back to school and it'll be lots more pencils, lots more books, lots more teachers, and dirty looks. I don't give dirty looks, but I'm just a teacher and I already got my pencils and I got my starting to order my books because Mrs. Wilson goes to school too. So she'll be starting this fall right along with you guys. Mama went to the calendar and circled the day that they would go back to school. And it looks like she's circling in September. And here in Arizona, we go back to school in August. Her thoughts were about putting her feet up and having a second cup of coffee after the big yellow school bus took the Cubs off to school. Perhaps she would catch up on her soap operas. Now, if you guys don't know what those are, when we were little, my mom used to like watching soap operas. And they're just short time TV shows that show in the morning. And then maybe she would go shopping at the mall. So she's liking that the kids go to school because then she gets to have a lot of alone time and do all the fun things that she likes to do. As back to school day came closer, the Cubs began to worry. What if my new teacher is a sourpuss and doesn't like me, asked Sister. What if I go for the soccer team and don't make the team, said Brother. What if work is too hard and I can't do it, asked Sister. What if I get in trouble and get sent to the principal's office, said Brother. Now, said Mama. None of those things are going to happen. You are going to be fine. Your mama's right, said Papa. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. But the Cubs couldn't help worrying. They were still worried when the bus came and took them off to school. Mama sighed as she watched the school bus disappear around the corner. Wood's bear Papa had already left for work in the forest. Alone at last, thought Mama. She looked around the house. She poured herself a second cup of coffee and looked at the morning paper. The headline said, "School starts today." She already knew that. She put on her favorite soap operas, but it seemed stupid and boring, and she had lots of track of the story. She decided to go shopping at the mall, but by the time she was ready, she had changed her mind. She just wasn't in the mood for shopping. Sister's new teacher didn't turn out to be a sourpuss at all, nor was the work too hard. The coach told Brother he was sure starter on the soccer team, and he did get sent to the principal's, but it wasn't because he was trouble. It was because he was chosen to be the principal special messenger. Mama was waiting for the school bus slow to a stop and let Brother and Sister off. "What was school like?" asked Mama. "It was like school," said Sister. "What was the work like?" asked Mama. "It was like work," said Brother. "Hey," he said as Mama picked up the cubs and gave them a really big hug. "Hey," said Sister. "Were you getting home from school is all?" "We're just getting home from school is all, Mama." Said Brother. "I smell fresh baked chocolate cookies." The cubs ran into the kitchen where fresh baked chocolate chip cookies and a tall glass of cold milk awaited them. How nice. Their mama made them some cookies, probably because she missed them on their first day of school. Says Sister, "these cookies are great. Glad you like them," said Mama. And it says we're almost done. And we finished the book. Yay. So that was great. So what'd you guys think? I know it's kind of a smaller book, but it was shorter, but there is still those worries. I remember on the first day of school, the night before the first school, honestly, I could not sleep because I was anxious to see my new friends and I was worried about the new class. And I always worried if the work was going to be hard or if it was going to be easy. There's just a lot of worries, and I just was here to hopefully be stressed. And it's a good reminder, as the mom says, like, you'll be fine. Everything is different this year, but guess what, boys and girls? We will be fine. We will get this through this year together, and you just got to keep moving forward. So your exit ticket today is really easy. We talked about all those things that we talked about in the review. So you're going to pick one of the lessons and apply it to the book I read aloud. So I said I read aloud, but I meant to say read aloud. But anyways, so you could do a book review, you can write a paragraph, you can try to find out the theme, which the theme is usually in the title, just a little hint, and just close out your ELA notebook. So I encourage you to have a fun rest of your summer and a wonderful start to the new year. And yay, it's time to celebrate. You guys did it. You survived this summer. I had a fantastic summer, and I hope you did, and we just had so much fun. You guys are amazing, and you got this. See you next time.